Hello, I had a dissertation supervision today with my supervisor, and we went through about what I'll actually be doing for my dissertation, which has been a really helpful task because it's made me able to set out my goals for the rest of the term, and yeah, it's been really helpful. And so what we've got is a timetable here where after each supervision we actually write down what we discuss, what we decide to do for the next one, and then yeah, it's been really helpful because it means that now I can really start working on my dissertation and I know what I've got to do, which is really reading and analysing my work. It's also helped me to really narrow down what I'm going to be doing for my dissertation, so it's actually a form of learning because I had a discussion with her about what I was thinking about, and I sort of, by explaining it all out loud, I was able to say, right, well, this is what I'm thinking, etc, 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 and she was able to sort of really narrow it down for me and help me out a bit. And that was a really helpful thing to be doing. For the actual supervision, I had all my sheets with me and everything, but really we were looking at my proposal and what I'd already written. Yeah, so my next goal will be to actually do some more reading and more analysing. So yeah, it's going to be cumulative learning because I'm going to be doing a lot of reading, and I'm also using the work I've already looked at to really build on my dissertation, and then in January I've got to actually have my introduction written and finished. So that was really helpful to be doing. We also had autobiography, where in a few weeks' time I'm going to be doing a presentation to the class, and so really what I've been doing at the moment is just using my cumulative learning, and I've been building on what I already know, starting to work on my presentation, which is basically going to be a revision of what we've already learned, ready for our assignments, which are due in at the end of term. So yeah, it was really helpful, the tutorial, because it was a discussion, and by hearing her ideas and my own ideas, it really narrowed down what I will be doing. And it's really important to have, and they do recommend we have them quite often. So although I'm not going to see her again until January probably, unless I get really stuck, it was a really helpful experience. Yeah. So the next thing, so what I've been doing now is really reading up, because I'm doing atonement, and what I'm planning on doing is a gender perspective about the narrative. So I'm going to be saying that this, I've been able to figure this out because I've already learnt about the theories in the past, and so I've already figured out that I sort of reanalysed it, and I said, well, they're not, the females are having more of a say, the males are not there, and I was looking at it from a postmodern point of view, which we learnt about last year, and I was able to say, well, maybe the structure wasn't there originally because the male patriarch isn't there. If you've read Atonement, Mr. Tallis isn't actually in the book, he's absent completely from it, and I think that's why the structure falls down, because at the time of writing, the fall of patriarchy and the rise of female power because of the war was quite a big issue at the time. Yeah, so it's been really helpful. It's really helpful to have a tutorial because it's basically just a one-to-one discussion. I think it's really important to discuss my work, because otherwise I'll go off in my own little head and I'll really not have a clue what I've been talking about the most of the time. So we've really just tried to figure out where I'm going to go next, and I've got it more narrowed down now, so I'm going to have more of an idea. So in my next learning diaries I'm going to be more talking about what I've actually been able to do with this learning. So yeah, that's it for today.